So today we're going to be making chocolate chip cookies. The best thing to do is to weigh out all your ingredients before you start so you can get super organised. The quantities are all on the PowerPoint that I shared with you previously. So the first step is to cream the butter and the sugars together. You can do this by hand, as I am here, or you could use an electric mixer. It helps if your butter is room temperature before you start, as it'll be easier to mix it. If your butter is quite firm, then you can always pop it in the microwave just for 5 to 10 seconds. You don't want to melt it, but you can warm it gently to help you with mixing. You need to work towards a nice smooth paste-like consistency, and if you have any lumps of brown sugar, you can push them against the edge of the bowl to get rid of those. Once smooth, you need to add an egg into the mix, just one, can go straight in. Mix that around until you've got a really smooth, almost mousse-like consistency. Next, you need to sieve in your plain flour, your bicarbonate of soda, and at this point add a pinch of salt. The salt is really important as it really brings out the flavourings within the cookie. Start slowly mixing the flour in. Do this really gently so it doesn't go everywhere. If you are using an electric mixer, do it bit by bit, add the flour a little bit at a time so that it can mix in without creating a huge cloud of dust. The best way to break up your chocolate into loads of little pieces is to smash it on the side while it's still in the packet and break it up with your hands this way as well. Then once it's into lots of little pieces, you can open it and chop it more finely with a knife. At this point, you want to add in all your chocolate chunks to the cookie mix. You could add some vanilla extract here as well. Now you need to get your 2 baking trays, which have been lined with greaseproof paper. It's really important that you line them, otherwise the cookies are just going to stick to them and you won't be able to get them off at all. Using an ice cream scoop or a big tablespoon, spoon 6 blobs onto each sheet. Make sure you leave lots of room in between because they will spread out as they cook. It's important that you spend a bit of time making sure that every blob of cookie dough is the same size so that you don't end up with some burnt and some undercooked. Bake for 10 to 12 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Make sure you allow them to cool almost completely, otherwise they'll fall apart when you move them. I want you to think really carefully about the way you present your cookies this time. So put them onto a nice chopping board or a nice plate and take a nice photograph from above and add those pictures to the Google Classroom.